Hello everyone, my name is Dev from above. Yes, I still make videos, even if it doesn't seem that way. Today's video is about Arthur Achleitner, the 21-year-old who shot up his former high school. We'll be talking about who he was before the shooting itself, as well as the aftermath of the shooting. I'll try to have little chapters like I did for the Academy Maniacs video, so you guys can simply watch the part which interests you. Yeah, enough talking, onto the video. Born on 23rd of June 2003 in Hartberg, Austria, he grew up in Graz with his mother and brother. We don't really know anything about his brother, and the only thing we might know about his mom is that she was a teacher and very, very supportive of her son and whatever he was doing. Like, playing games for 8 hours every day and trying to become an esports legend. I mean, yeah man, sure. She forgave him for getting bad grades or behaving poorly or doing anything bad at all and really coddled him. She really sort of made a spoiled bratty kid out of him. Her nickname for him was apparently Little Prince. We don't know anything about his father except that he might have been of Armenian descent, but I think that's really just speculation, although the Wikipedia also says that. We know that he did have contact to his dad due to the tweets he made as a kid, complaining about his dad's shitty Wi-Fi, but he might have lost contact later on as he got older. Arthur, being raised the way he was, and fitting with the school shooter archetype, had a hard time in school. Some teachers said he was smart but lazy, which resulted in him getting bad grades, which he said he didn't care about, while his one and only friend he had in school insisted that deep down he did care and tried hiding it. And I mean, there's some warrant to that idea of his friend, since Arthur also complained about being graded unfairly, which he wouldn't complain about if he didn't care. He was described by other classmates as shy, introverted, not as funny or sociable as his peers, etc., so pretty much an outcast. He dropped out in 2022 from Borg Dreierschützengasse, the school he would later end up attacking. After dropping out of school, he would enlist to the Austrian Armed Forces, or in German Bundesheer. It's unknown as to why he wanted to do this, and the reason as to why he wasn't accepted was apparently due to being too much of a loner, which fits pretty much. As previously mentioned, he had dreams of becoming a professional esports player. Therefore, he spent most of his time playing Valorant as well as other games. And here I show his Steam library. He even was kind of an esports player for a while. He was on the sissy, haha, get it, fanboy, State Punks. With them, he even appeared live during an event, at which he looked very uncomfortable at. Apparently, he cut all contact from the sissy State Punks after the appearance to focus on his studies, which makes sense considering he was in some sort of vocational school at the time, but he probably got overwhelmed with the attention and backed off, as well as possibly having started to plan the shooting then.
Einer lang. Oh, der ist schon close hier. Einer war Heaven, einer war Triple. Ich hab CT. Ich brauch eine Waffe, ich nade das. Ich hab Shot. Wie lang? Oh. Okay.
Because of his esports stream though, and the German/Austrian media in general not giving away much info on stuff like this, we don't know too much about who he was as a person before, so I sort of have to glue and flex tape whatever the hell I actually can find together to make something coherent. So I'm sorry, for example, for not having mentioned his other schools, but they weren't that important in my opinion.
Irrelevant!
I wish I could tell you though how he got radicalized and how he got into true crime stuff and such, but there's literally no info on this. But if you do know something about it, you could tell us in the comments maybe, preferably with like proof if you have it, but I understand if you don't. Now, moving on to the attack, we'll be going through how he conducted the shooting, and we'll also be talking about the police response. On the 10th of June, before entering the school, he recorded a goodbye video to his mom and sent it to her before entering the school at 9:40 AM, with a shotgun and Glock in his backpack, as well as a weapon belt with a hunting knife attached to it. And in case you're wondering, we haven't seen the goodbye video, so I can't show it. He went into the third floor of the building and geared up, posting a last pic on his Twitter that pays tribute to Samantha Rubno and Solomon Henderson. But, you know, he doesn't do that white power hand thing because he's too much of a soft uwu, soft femboy and not a Nazi, I guess. Good for him. At circa 9:57 am, he began his only 7-minute lasting massacre. He moved to the second floor and started shooting students there, and quickly moved back up to the third floor, shot open a door of a classroom and started firing indiscriminately into the room. Afterwards, heading back to the bathroom and killing himself shortly after. Barely 10 minutes after his suicide, the first police car showed up from the Special Police Forces SEG, EGS, and Cobra. Americans could learn something from that, maybe. The death toll was 10, including Alfred B11, which is really scary if you think about the fact that it only lasted like 7 minutes. And there isn't any more to say to the shooting since it only lasted 7 minutes, so we'll be moving to the aftermath. After the shooting, the Chancellor held a 3-day-long period of national mourning, so many public events were also cancelled. Many politicians as well as the Pope also offered their condolences. The gun laws were also drastically changed, so now you'd have to be 25 instead of 21 to own small firearms such as revolvers or pistols. As for shotguns and such, you'd need permits and licenses. The waiting period has also been increased from 3 days to 4 weeks, which it should have been from the start anyway, in my opinion. After all this time, we still don't know his motive. My guess, keep in mind this is just my guess, is that he saw Borg as the symbol for his failure. He dropped out of Borg and had trouble finding a stable job or a good school from there on out. He did have, like, here and there he did have a job, but nothing stable and nothing he really wanted to do. Also, the victim choice. He could have attacked the vocational school he was attending or his old workplace or the place he did an apprenticeship at, but the people there were all adults who could theoretically tackle him, punch him, or overwhelm him in some way. I mean, it wouldn't be hard to look at him. But Borg is a school of people from 5th to 12th grade, so kids ages from 10 to 19. The latter being around his age, sure, but he'd still have plenty of easy targets, as weird as it is to say. But that is just my speculation, so don't take it as a fact, please. And with that, we are finished. I hope the wait has been worth it and I haven't let you guys down, even if the video is shorter than anticipated. As always, I ask you to please be respectful when discussing the case and remember that there are real people that died on that day and that their families will grieve them until the day they themselves pass away and die. If anything I said was incorrect, please let me know in the comments, and if you'd like to stay updated on when videos will come out and progress and discuss cases and whatever the fuck, consider joining my Discord. The link will be in the description and or in the pinned comment. I think that's about it, and with that we're done. Death from above, and I thank you for watching my video.